emotion, the passion, epic highlights, inspirational stories, unrivaled coverage. This is H-Town High School Sports. Here's your host, Todd Freed.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to H-Town High School Sports as the quest for a UIL State Basketball Championship culminates in San Antonio this weekend. To get there, here in Houston earlier in the week, the Bellaire Cardinals face state number 1 ranked San Antonio Brennan in the 6A Division I state semifinals. Bellaire fans in full force at Texas Southern. 5-star Duke signee Shelton Henderson all set, and Brennan's Kingston Flemings, nation's number 1 rated point guard, going to U of H. But it's Henderson early and often, dipsy doodle, and the bucket. Then Shelton Henderson down low, gets fouled, and counted 14-4 Bellaire after 1. Anthony Andrews for 3 in the corner. It's good. 17-4 Cardinals. More Bellaire. Jerron Brown, nifty drive. 28-10 Cardinals at half. In the third quarter now, Shelton Henderson through defenders, scoops it up and in, 30-13. Then Coleman Dutton for Bellaire for 3. It's good. In the fourth, Brown to Henderson, jams it, 49-31. Then Andrews for 3, and it's good, 40-24. Here's Henderson again, past everyone, gets fouled and counted. Now, Kingston Flemings came on strong in the fourth. The steal and bucket, they're down by 11. Then Flemings soars in for the slam. They pulled within 7, but Bellaire stays in control. Andrews gets fouled and counted. He had 16 points, and Bellaire wins 65-57. Quite a celebration. What a moment for the Cardinals. They advance to the state finals for the first time in school history. That's enough reason to cut down the nets, and for longtime head coach Bruce Glover, certainly well worth the wait.
You waited a long time for this. How does it feel?
I really didn't wait that long for this. Let me tell you what happened. God had it planned for this day. And so what I did, I just stayed the course. I kept praying, I kept doing what I was supposed to. We kept working, and this is it. This is my time. And our time is not God's time.
This means the world to me. When I talk about the world, this means the world. I spent so much time with these guys. This is a dream. I came in here freshman year. I told the coaches I was going to do it for them one year. So I came in, worked with these guys every single day. Hard days, the good days, the bad days, we stuck together, and we just got it done at the end.
Bellaire faced Duncanville in Saturday night's state final. We'll have a recap of that title matchup on next week's show. Now, Bellaire was one of 3 HISD schools earning a berth to the state title game. In Class 4A Division I, the Booker T. Washington Eagles faced Dallas Kimball in Friday's state championship final. Booker T. Washington in the state finals for the second time in 3 years, facing powerful state number 1 Dallas Kimball. Early on for Washington, Caden Barnes to Samuel Johnson, and he puts it up and in. Then Jalen Webb for 3, has it. Kimball so talented. Caden Gray, alley-oop. Lance Carr slams it. 26-20 Kimball. Eagles off the miss. Hassan Thomas rebounds, fouled, and the bucket. Then nice passing here. Caden Barnes to Robert Jones to Thomas, and he scores. But Kimball was too tough. Off the rebound, Carr, another big slam. Kimball pulls away, 71-48 the final. Still a sensational season for Booker T. Washington. Loads of emotion afterwards, especially from Eagles' 4-year standout and even school valedictorian Samuel Johnson.
This basketball program has meant a lot to me. I'm thankful that I'm able to experience my time with these people and these great teammates. You know, it's not just a team, it's a family. They're like my brothers. And God has blessed me enough to be able to sit here with them and battle with them. I put my heart, my soul, everything into this game, into this team. And I'm just thankful, man.
I think we play in one of the toughest districts in Texas. We ended up winning it. And just like Jalen Webb said, I mean, we have a lot to sit up here and be proud about as a program, as a school, and as a district.
In Class 4A Division II, off the heels of its state semifinal victory over Lamarck earlier in the week, HISD's Wheatley Wildcats took on Kennedale in the state championship final. At the Alamo Dome, Wheatley Wildcats all set for the state final against Kennedale. Great start for Wheatley. Peter Dorsey to Marquand Elder. Then off the steal, David Dorsey to Elder for three, and it's good. More Wildcats. Herbert Goldsmith connects, and that's a three-pointer. Off the steal now, Jeremiah Baskin to Goldsmith to Quinton Sanders, and Wheatley was up by 10. Then off the miss, Quinton Sanders soars in for the slam, but Kennedale only trailed by 2 at half. In the fourth, Kobe Dickerson, nifty shot for the Wildcats, but ultimately Kennedale rallies for a 69-65 victory. A difficult loss in the state final for Wheatley. Still a special team that restored the pride of Wheatley Wildcats basketball.
I'm just so proud of these guys for the journey that they put us through. And I want them to hold their heads up and let us know that they gave their all. It didn't come out how we liked it, but through this you experience what hard works get you. And once they leave this program, I feel like they'll be ready for anything that life has to throw at them.
That's the word we kind of used for this year was adversity. Just a lot of different situations that we still pushed through, stuck our heads, and we got to where we are right now.
This was a scene as head coach Ronnie Courtney cut down the nets. And Fort Bend Marshall's dominating 5A Division II state semifinal victory over Alamo Heights. Marshall faced Mansfield Summit in Saturday's state final. We'll have a recap on next week's show. Over at Jordan High School, how about the super send-off for the Jordan Warriors as they embark to the state final in 6A Division II to take on Denton Geyer Saturday evening. Highlights and react to that game coming up on next week's show. After winning a state championship in football, the nearby Columbus Cardinals were on the brink of doing the same in basketball, led by All-State running back Grayson Rigdon, who averages 35 points a game. The Cardinals made their way to Houston to face Onalaska in the 3A Division I state semifinals. Cardinals Grayson Rigdon in the pregame intros. Lots more of him to come. For Onalaska, Devon Vano with the rejection. Oh my. Brody Tribe with the block of his own. It goes up to Rigdon. He drives and scores 45-29. Columbus at half. Their fans love that. In the third, Wildcats, Patrick Roth spins and scores. But here's Rigdon on the run, pulls up and drains the three. That is pretty. Back the other way. Roth with the rainbow three, and it goes. Then it's Vano who takes it and jams it. Here's Grayson Rigdon. The other way, hits another three-pointer. Cardinals pulling away, and Rigdon was red hot. Another three. Then it's Rigdon again. He drives, gets fouled, and scores. It's three the old-fashioned way. He scored 45 points as Columbus wins 84-62 the final, and the Cardinals advance to the 3A Division I state finals. One of our favorite stories from this past boys basketball season was the truly incredible turnaround story of the Aldine Mustangs, a story worth telling as we honor the Mustangs as our Stellar Bank Team of the Week. While the season had officially ended a night earlier when the Aldine Mustangs huddled back at the Mustangs gym, the memories of a remarkable turnaround season will live on for some time to come. After going a winless 0-32 just one season ago, the Mustangs won 25 games this season while advancing 3 rounds deep in the postseason playoffs.
It really starts with a belief, even before we step on the court, that we can do something special. And this group of guys believe that before the season started that we could do something special.
It meant a lot because we did not win no games last year. Just flip around that quick, like it's crazy. Like you just think it's like some out of a movie or something. But like we really put in the work for this.
A work ethic instilled ever so successfully by Mustang's first-year head coach, Chris Caesar.
When they had that belief, then they put in the work. And they put in the work on the court, they put in the work in the weight room, they put in work in the pool even, put in work on the track, just in different places and allow themselves to get outside their comfort zone.
Just believe, hard work, having a good coaching staff, having Coach Caesar as our coach to push us through anything, to have us believe, like we believe. He showed me a lot of stuff I couldn't do, and he made me push it out and left it on our court.
It feels good knowing that we made a difference, we made history, and it feels great knowing that we left the mark on Aldi.
And where there is belief and hard work, there is also team unity. We are greater than me is the message on the Mustangs locker room door.
I will humble myself and put others before me, and that's what this stands for, being humble. And we definitely promote being humble and hungry in everything that we do.
Doing so while posting more wins this season than the previous 4 seasons combined.
My big message to them is know that this is not the stopping grounds, but this is the training grounds. You know, you're training not just to be the best in high school, but to be the best beyond high school, to be the best in life.
1, 2, 3. And we are here on campus at Alding High School. Along with the Mustangs, I'm joined by David Young of Stellar Bank.
Coach, we want to congratulate you on a great season, and we present you this award as Stellar Bank's Team of the Week.
All right. Coming up next, it's Hail to the Champions as the Summer Creek Bulldogs celebrate a historic state title. We'll hit the fast track to meet one of the nation's top high school runners. And back in boys basketball, more on a sensational postseason with the guru of the high school hardwood. Welcome back to H-Town High School Sports. I'm Todd Freed. Turning our attentions to girls basketball, where last weekend in San Antonio, it was a crowning moment for the Summer Creek Bulldogs, who faced Cedar Hill in the 6A Division I state final.
Number 4, Kennedy Simpson.
There's Summer Creek's Kennedy Simpson. What a game she would have. First quarter, here's Simpson. Nice pull-up jumper is good. But Cedar Hill led most of the way. Dawn Jones for 3, the rainbow. Then for Creek, Madison Mays forces the turnover up to Simpson and the 2 points. Late in the first quarter now, Addison Martin with a strong drive and scores 14-12 Cedar Hill after 1. Late in the half, Martin for 3, hits it, but 31-19 Cedar Hill at half. Third quarter, more Cedar Hill. Brooke King with a tough shot. They had an 18-point lead late in the third. But Simpson to tie at Kakunga, it was 42-30 after 3. 4:20 to go in the game. Creek down 44-37. India Thomas for 3, hits it. They're down by 4. Now 2:50 remaining. Summer Creek down by 2. Kakunga back to Simpson for 3 and the lead hits it. 45-44 Summer Creek. Final seconds. Creek leads by 3. Cedar Hill a chance to tie, but no good. And in stunning fashion, Summer Creek rallies from an 18-point deficit to win 52-49. It's the school's first state championship in girls basketball, the first for Humble ISD in girls hoops. Kennedy Simpson, the state finals MVP with 21 points, a historic title for a resilient group of Summer Creek Bulldogs.
It's still so surreal. I think these young ladies, they battled all year long from adversity all year long, and watching them again go through a huge adverse situation and come out on top is just absolutely phenomenal.
And just to keep fighting and never give up, because if it's still time on the clock, it's still there's still an opportunity to win. So just keep fighting, and that's what we did to make it happen.
We had to fight so much during this whole season and get here, so it wasn't nothing. A lot of people say we wasn't supposed to be here, but they go say die.
Each week here on the show, we bring you the best in girls sports in our Love Houston Volleyball Spotlight. And with the track and field season now upon us, we spotlight track sensation Bailey Miner of Fort Bend Christian Academy our Love Houston Volleyball Player Spotlight. On the fast track here at Fort Bend Christian Academy, Eagles senior Bailey Miner is ablaze in glory, most recently signing to run track and field for the Texas Longhorns.
Just going through like the pros and cons of everything, I chose Texas Longhorns, especially because of their coach, Coach Flo. He's made a really great connection with me so far, and I feel like that connection will continue to grow the next 4 years.
In her 3 track seasons at Fort Bend Christian, Bailey has racked up an astonishing 11 state championship medals, capturing 8 gold medals in individual events, ranging from the 400 meters to the 200 meters, long jump, and triple jump, plus another 3 gold medals in the relays. As a team, the Eagles have won 3 straight TAPS 5A state championships.
We have a very special team and bond, so I love being able to hang out with them and run for them and run with them. So the relays is really fun, but also the individuals are really fun too.
A multiple national champion at the Junior Olympics level and the reigning TAPS 5A Female Athlete of the Year, Bailey enters the track season owning the nation's 2nd fastest 400 meters time in the class of 2025, having run a scorching 53.05 seconds at last year's Carl Lewis Invitational.
I wasn't expecting to run that fast at that race. I just ran and then ended up looking at the clock and saw that it was a 53.05, and I was like, wow. It didn't even feel like it. I ran that fast.
And that sort of speed certainly runs in the family. Bailey's coach and dad is Dion Miner.
Dion Miner. He moved by on the inside.
He's a former Baylor All-American, national champion, and world record holder in the 400-meter relays. Her mom, Claudia, ran track at Rice University.
It's natural. It's just, I've been a runner all my life. Track and field is what I do. My wife is track and field, so we joke around all the time. We're a track family, so doing track-related things is normal in our household.
What has that meant to you all these years?
I just take his advice because I know he's been through it, and so he's the one that really helps me along with my track career.
A sensational career for Fort Bend Christian Academy's Bailey Miner. Our Love Houston Volleyball Player Spotlight. Love Houston Volleyball returns to the Fort Bend Epicenter on Thursday, March 14th to face Love Atlanta, and then the next night on March 15th to take on Love Austin. For tickets, go to lovb.htx. Welcome back to H-Town High School Sports as we welcome in the guru of the high school hardwood, Jim Hicks of RCS Sports. Jim, a Fab 5 of local teams advance to the state finals. Wow, let's go through them. First, 6A Division I, how about those Bellaire Cardinals?
Man, how about the Bellaire Cardinals, Coach Bruce Glover, 23 years, he's finally gotten the weight off his back. Sheldon Henderson was the man of the hour. You guys know about, you heard about him, he signed with Duke, 26 points, 20 rebounds, and a big old W.
Wow, it was amazing. It was fun being there, both you and I were there. 6A Division II, the new kid on the block, the Jordan Warriors, they had that huge win over Shadow Creek a week ago in overtime, and they take care of business to make the state finals.
Man, Charlie Jones, he's basketball royalty out in the Katy ISD. This guy has came and has created an established culture at Katy Jordan High School. They can spread it out, they'll slow it down, they can get gritty with you, they're rugged, and guess what? They're state finalists.
Amazing. 5A Division II, Fort Bend Marshall, dominant season and postseason to get to the state title game.
Well, yes, and that's Ronnie Courtney in the Fort Bend Marshall Buffs. He's back again, his 5th time in the state tournament. Coach Ronnie Courtney, he does all of his coaching in practice. They're getting it done. Ian Lowe, Kevin Sargent, they're the 2 anchors on this team, and I'm proud as heck how they went through this season with only 2 losses.
All right, 4A, a couple of HIC schools, 3 total, but let's talk about D1, Booker T. Washington.
Man, how about Booker T. Washington, all of the turmoil that they've been through and the turbulence this season, at the end of the day, is sunshine for Booker T. Washington. This team, this program is so tight-knit. The community, Acres Homes, Independence Heights. The only thing I'm sad about is that Former Mayor Sylvester Turner, who's a product of that community, is no longer with us to be able to see Booker T. Washington pull this thing through.
And in 4A Division II, more HISD, the Wheatley Wildcats advance to the state title game.
Todd, Wheatley Wildcats, they're back in state since the first time since 2008. Credit Coach David Burrell for getting it done. And guess what? They're playing with house money. Nobody expected them to be here, and they're here.
Wild about the Wildcats. All right, you'll be here next week to wrap up the state finals. Jim Hicks of RCS Sports. Welcome back to H-Town High School Sports. I'm Todd Freed. Hey, there's always a certain electricity in the air right about this time, which can mean only one thing. Time for our Rhythm Energy electrifying plays of the week. State semifinals, Bellaire Shelton Henderson with the slam. He had a monster game. Cardinals defeat state number 1 Brennan to advance to the state finals for the first time. Summer Creek versus Cedar Hill, state final late in the game. Creek down by 2, but Kennedy Simpson with the big three-pointer. They rally from an 18-point deficit to celebrate the 6A Division I state championship. Back in Houston, Columbus Cardinal Grayson Rigdon poured in 45 points in the state semifinal win over Onalaska. He'll play football at Arizona State. Wheatley Wildcats state final. Quinton Sanders, how about that follow-up slam? What a play. Your Rhythm Energy electrifying plays of the week. All right, electrifying as always. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time on H-Town High School Sports.